Hello, and welcome to the first ever gear review on Sky River Sound. My name is James, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Roland R-07 digital recorder. Okay, and what's going to be a little bit different about this gear review is instead of reviewing something that is brand new and I'm just unboxing, I'm going to review something that I have owned now for 6 months and I use it every day and absolutely love it. This isn't sponsored by Roland in any way. I just was recommended this recorder by a sound designer that I really respect, and I went out and I bought it, and I've used it and really enjoy the quality that I get out of it. So let's go in and explore some of the features of this so I can show what it is that I like about it and what it is that I don't like as much. So pretty much all of the sounds that you've heard on my YouTube channel here, or if you've watched anything on my Instagram or Twitter, anything that I've posted on social media, just about all of it has been recorded through this unit. Why do I like it so much? I think it really presents an excellent value for the price. It's one of the lower priced units out there, but it delivers very good results. It's got the cleanest microphones and preamps that I've heard in this price range. So what can it do? It can record up to 96 kilohertz sample rate and 24-bit bit depth. And you can go lower if you want it to, and that'll give you some more storage space. It also has your standard high-pass filter to get rid of rumble, and it has a limiter which is actually good enough to be useful. A lot of these portable devices, when they include a limiter, the limiter just sounds trashy and awful, but this one, I usually don't hear the limiter even when I get it to where the peak indicator here is blinking. It doesn't sound like it's clipping, but it doesn't sound really heavily limited either. So they did a very good job with that. It has surprisingly good stereo image from the built-in mics. I was really impressed with how good the built-in microphones sound, and also the stereo image that they provide. The stereo image is good enough to actually be useful, and I've used it quite a lot. It does have right there an 1/8" input where you can plug in another microphone, and it supplies plug-in power, which is it's kind of like phantom power that you'd find on a pro condenser mic, but it's made for smaller microphones. It's only supplying, I think, like 2 volts instead of 48. You can correct me if I'm wrong there. But it does a good job when you plug something like the LOM Micro UCIs, which I'll review later. Very clean preamps and converters when it comes to using an external mic or using the internal microphones. It also has a headphone out so that you can monitor while you're recording, and it's very compatible with Roland's CS10EM. I just got these today. I'll be reviewing them later, but this is their in-ear monitors that double as binaural microphones. Very cool gadget there that goes very well with this recorder. And I'll review those later once I've had a chance to play with them more. Another cool thing about this, it has Bluetooth, so you can control it over Bluetooth. Let's say you're going to use the microphone thread adapter that's down here. You can set it up, have your hands free, start recording on your phone to control it, and stop recording on your phone. You can even set the gain, watch the meters. It's a good looking app. If I were more savvy with screen capture, I'd show you how the app looks like, but I'm not, so I won't. But I do like the app. If you get this recorder, I do highly recommend getting this bag that goes with it. The bag gives it very good protection and is a little bit bigger than the recorder itself, so it gives me just enough room for me to put my micro UCIs in there and I'm ready to go for field recording. Again, a very portable setup. Another thing I'd recommend if you get this, because it doesn't come with a windscreen, you can pick up a windscreen that goes over it for not very much. They're pretty easy to find on Amazon and they're inexpensive. This one isn't specifically made for the R-07, but it fits just fine. You can slide it right over. I've got it a little too tight. So you can slide it over like that and adjust it so that you can see the display. But get it set up to where you want, and it does a great job of keeping the wind out of those microphones. So that's another accessory that I would recommend to go with that. Now the things that I don't like about it. Again, overall, this is an excellent recorder, and I would go as far as to say this is the best recorder for its price range, or even the mid-range portable recorders. I think this sounds as good as anything that you're going to find until you go up to the very high-end Sony portable recorders. So what do I not like with this? Renaming files is my number one complaint. It's very tedious to go through the menus with this little pad right here and use your thumbs to character by character slide and scroll through the list of characters until you get to the one that you want, and then you go to the next one and you scroll through, get to the character that you want, and it's very time consuming to name your files. It has Bluetooth connectivity. I don't see why you can't rename your files using your phone, but they haven't put that feature into the app, so you can't do that yet. I did say that the preamps are very quiet and very clean, and that is true. That being said, once you get it past the 80 mark, then you can hear some audible hiss from the preamps in here. But like I said, it's still quieter than anything else that I've heard within its price range, or even going a little bit above its price range. I'd like to have buttons dedicated for the high pass filter and limiter instead of these rehearsal and scene or mark and AB buttons that are here. That's just for me and for what I do with recording. I would find that to be more useful than the features that they've put in there for musicians. The last, I guess you could call it a complaint that I have with the unit, is that the built-in speaker, which you can see the holes for right there, is so quiet that it really isn't useful. That being said, most of the time I'm monitoring it with headphones or not monitoring it at all. Really, you should be monitoring it with headphones so that you get a better idea of what it is that you're capturing. But I would like the external speaker to be more audible if I want to show somebody else a sound that I've recorded, or if I didn't bring headphones along and I want to just listen to a quick playback. I've got to hold this up to my ear to be able to hear it at all, even when it's on max volume. So I would rather that they had just not included the built-in speaker at all, and maybe improved the app or improved the quality on something else here. But again, it's not an expensive unit. They've really packed a ton of quality into this for how little that you spend for it. Okay, so those are my thoughts on this recorder, on the Roland R-07. Let me know what you think. What else would you like to know about the Roland R-07? And also go ahead and leave in the comments, what portable recorders are you using? What do you like? What do you not like about them? Overall, would I recommend the Roland R-07? Absolutely. Who would I recommend it to? If you're beginning into field recording or recording sound effects, this is the first one I'd start with. If you have been doing it for a while and you need a nice portable unit that has good sound quality that you can depend on, again, I'd highly recommend it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon in another video.